Salutations, my patrons, it is Matty here today with another patron exclusive video. Now, a lot has been going on with me lately, so I decided to take the more personal route with this video for you guys here today. We're going to be talking about health and why I think it's important that you always talk to a doctor. Now, this obviously isn't in replacement of your medical practitioner, but I'm just merely giving you guys the suggestion that if you're uncomfortable about something, get it checked out. Now, let me give you guys my story and why I think it's so important that people do go to the doctor. I know for some people, it's not a big deal. They're like, no shit, Matty, if I feel like crap, I'm gonna go to the doctor. But some people are afraid of the doctor. Some people don't like to go there, whether they just have bad memories there, they don't want to hear the bad news, they don't want to be a part of the bad news, it's just negative association. And I understand that line of thought, but I also think that there's a lot of good that can come from being open to that type of reality, because the longer you let an issue fester, the worse it can actually get. Now, what happened with me is I've been having horrible right side abdominal pain, which usually isn't anything good. Now, I had appendicitis many years back. A lot of my really original subscribers around the sub 20K region will remember that. And I had to go to the hospital and get my appendix removed, and it was just one of the worst pains I've ever felt. And while it wasn't on level with that, it was still a lot of discomfort. It felt like something was inflamed. And I was like, gonna wait a little bit longer, but it's been happening since Easter. So I thought, okay, I gotta go to a doctor now. Because for me, I don't like going to the doctors personally after my experience with appendicitis. But anyway, moving onwards, the issue happened to be that, like I said, there was a lot of inflammation. So I explained that to the doctor, and they make me go through, oh my God, so many tests. I had to get my blood taken. They had to take the piss test, of course, to test my kidneys and all that stuff. And at the end, I was really nervous, and that's why I haven't been too active on social media lately. That's why I haven't been active on the Patreon, and that's also why actually when I was doing my Patreon gaming session, I had to leave around a half hour early. Normally we game for about 3 hours because, I mean, it's supposed to be an hour based off the Patreon description, but to tell you the truth, we have so much fun. We end up gaming for hours on end, and it's a great time. But anyway, I had to leave it a half hour earlier than I usually do after the 3 hour mark because I had to go to the doctors and get my test results. And fortunately, everything's okay. There's no ulcer, or there's no pancreatitis, etc. Everything's okay, and it's turning out that it may just be a really bad muscle strain either in my back or somewhere in my abdomen. But I mean, I've never had anything like it. It's because I think I live a more sedentary lifestyle where I don't get a lot of stretching, so it's actually easy to pull a muscle. And while I do play hockey, it's such an aggressive, fast-paced sport that going from constantly sitting in a chair and working to that is not that easy of a transition, it turns out. And that might be why I experienced such inflammation, such severe muscle pain it turned out to be. It felt like something much worse. But here's the thing, is that my mind space was completely occupied by what was going on with me for so long, and it didn't really feel right until I saw a doctor and got answers. And I just wanted to say that to you guys, that if you ever feel like something's wrong with you, that you should always go see a doctor if something feels off, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, you don't want to take the hypochondriac route, which I had many years ago, which is like any little thing that fucking happens to you, you want to see a doctor. You want to find a good happy medium where you know your body, you be familiar with it, and when you feel something's off, you know it. I call that being health conscious. I think it's very important that people are health conscious. You know, if you're eating wrong and all of a sudden you're getting stomach cramps and it's really against your diet, then you shouldn't really question why all of a sudden your stomach's hurting. But for me, I've been eating relatively healthy. All I've drank for the past 3 weeks, except for yesterday, I had a Mountain Dew, the SA flavor, the new Memorial Day flavor. Jake, one of our patrons, told me about it, and while I was out last night, I was like, I gotta try this. Jake brought it up. He said it just tasted like Mountain Dew, and to tell you the truth, it tasted like one of those red, white, and blue rocket popsicles, except it was carbonated. It was honestly really good, and so I do hope they make it a regular flavor, even though I know they won't, because it's like Oreos. They have those limited edition flavors that are so good, and they just don't keep it around. But anyway, I'm getting off track there. Is that I've had a pretty stable diet for a while now, and that's the last time I fell off the wagon was when I drank that soda. But other than that, I've been really squeaky clean, and I just felt really relieved to get those results back and find out everything was better, because you learn how powerful your brain was. Because once I was put at ease, I was like, okay, nothing severe is wrong, I'm going to be okay. All of a sudden, I started to feel better, and I obviously knew, I was like, okay, it's pretty apparent that my anxiety got to me here, that it amplified my issue, that it made me think it was something worse, and I need to have better control of that. I mean, anxiety is a horrible beast, man. I don't have it too bad, but I have it when it comes to health stuff. When I start feeling something wrong with my body, I feel like I almost amplify it because I think about it so much. And that's, like I said, why I was so inactive lately, because my mind was in another place and I didn't feel comfortable until I got my answers, whether they were good or bad. I just like to get answers. That's the difference, is that some people don't like to face that reality. I recommend that you get used to that reality so that you can live a long and healthy life, because when you catch an issue early, it's more likely, no matter what it is, you can actually get rid of it. It's really important that people do know that. But anyway, I'm not sitting here trying to act like a doctor. I'm not one, obviously, but I just wanted to pass on that advice, because I know there are people out there who are afraid of the doctor and are afraid to go visit whoever, and it's really important that you guys do keep your health up to date. You know, I'm not going to tell you how to eat and everything. Whatever you want to eat, go ahead and eat it. I'm just saying more so that when it's a thing that requires a doctor, that just go see one, really. But anyway, that'll do it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed another more personal topic. It's not really easy for me to open up like this, so I do hope you guys enjoy these style videos and appreciate them. But anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thank you so much for supporting me, especially with the recent YouTube ad thing. I mean, I was looking at some of the numbers and I was like, you know, for example, a video that gets about 10,000 views is around a $11 ad revenue earning. And I was like, hey, you know, that's not too bad. But now a video that gets 10,000 views, like our recent friendly competition, which is getting fantastic support, it's awesome to see. But that video has only earned $1 revenue. So seeing a lot of patrons step up, continue supporting and all that stuff, I mean, that means the world to me. And so thank you guys so much for keeping the dream alive until YouTube gets their shit straight. PewDiePie said that they were fixing things. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the Overwatch gameplay in the background, by the way. I was on a freaking roll last night with Reaper. It was some insane shit. And I posted a clip on my Twitter of me bugging out over a highlight. So if you guys don't follow me there, you should at least go check that out, because I reacted like one of those COD kids from a montage. But anyway, I'm getting off track now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I will catch you in next week's video. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.